In the early days of America, when farmhouses stood like quiet beacons across rolling hills, there lived a farmer named Jacob and his young son, Daniel. Their farm nestled in a peaceful valley where golden fields swayed in the wind and a clear stream wound through meadows dotted with wildflowers. The farmhouse was modest but sturdy, built from logs that Jacob had shaped with his own hands, its windows glowing warmly in the evening light. Jacob was known throughout the county not for wealth but for something far more valuable, his unwavering honesty. When Jacob gave his word, neighbors said you could depend on it like the sunrise. His reputation was his greatest treasure, and he was determined to pass this legacy to his 12-year-old son, Daniel. Evening after evening, as father and son worked together mending tools or tending the animals, Jacob would share his wisdom. Daniel, my boy, he would say, a man's word is his bond, and honesty is his greatest treasure. Lies are like cracks in a foundation, they start small but grow until the whole wall crumbles. But truth, like good mortar, only grows stronger with time. Daniel absorbed these lessons eagerly, watching how his father's reputation opened doors and sealed agreements throughout the county. The boy dreamed of earning the same respect his father commanded. On one bright summer morning, when dragonflies shimmered over the meadow and the sky stretched cloudless from horizon to horizon, Jacob prepared for an important journey to town. His wagon stood loaded with wheat, apples, and jars of honey, the fruits of their honest labor that would provide money for winter supplies. Daniel, his father said, placing weathered hands on the boy's shoulders, today I entrust our farm to your care. Feed the chickens, tend the cows, check the sheep, and make sure all the gates are secure. Remember what I've taught you about responsibility and truth? Daniel felt his chest swell with pride. At 12 years old, this was his first time tending the entire farm alone. I understand. Father, I will not disappoint you. As the wagon disappeared around the bend, Daniel began his chores with determination. He fed the chickens and gathered their warm eggs, gave the cows their hay, and checked the sheep grazing peacefully in the distant pasture. But as the day grew warmer and the sun climbed higher, the boy found himself drawn to the cool shade of the apple orchard. In the peaceful embrace of the trees, Daniel lay back on the soft grass, gazing up through the branches at clouds drifting overhead like ships on an azure sea. The gentle buzz of bees and the drowsy warmth of the day lulled him into restful dreams. It was in this moment of complete relaxation that he forgot one crucial detail. The gate to the horse pen stood open, unlatched, and unsecured. Inside that pen was Starfire, Jacob's prized chestnut mare whose strength plowed their fields and carried loads to market. Starfire possessed not only legendary strength but also a spirited intelligence and curiosity that made her as much companion as working animal. As the sun reached its peak, Starfire noticed the unlatched gate. Her intelligent dark eyes studied the opening with interest. A gentle nudge with her muzzle swung the gate wider, and suddenly the world beyond beckoned with irresistible appeal. At first cautious, Starfire stepped through the opening carefully. But as she breathed the free air and felt the vast expanse of the farm spread before her, joy stirred in her heart. Her walk became a trot, her trot became a gallop, and soon she was racing across the fields with pure abandon. Her mane streamed behind her like a banner, and her hooves thundered across the valley, creating a golden wake through the wheat field. Meanwhile, Daniel dozed peacefully in the orchard, unaware that disaster was unfolding just yards away. It was the sudden silence that finally woke him, the absence of familiar farm sounds that his instincts recognized as wrong. Daniel's eyes snapped open and he looked toward the barnyard. His heart nearly stopped. The gate to the horse pen hung wide open. Swaying in the afternoon breeze, the pen stood completely empty. Starfire, he called, his voice cracking with sudden fear. He leaped up and ran toward the pen, hoping desperately that the horse might be hidden from view, but there was no denying the truth. Starfire was gone. Panic seized Daniel with icy claws. His mind raced through the terrible implications. Without Starfire, his father could not plow the fall fields. Without the fall planting, there would be no grain to sell. But beyond the practical disaster, Daniel faced something even worse. He had failed in the trust his father had placed in him. Daniel searched frantically, calling Starfire's name until his voice grew hoarse. He ran through the orchard, searched the meadow by the stream, and even ventured to the edge of the dark forest. But as the afternoon wore on, his search proved fruitless. Standing in the empty pen, staring at the accusing gate, Daniel felt a small voice begin to whisper in his mind. The voice was seductive, offering easy solutions. Perhaps he could tell his father that the gate latch had broken, that Starfire had somehow forced her way out despite Daniel's careful attention. After all, wooden latches did sometimes break, didn't they? The voice grew more persuasive as Daniel's fear grew stronger. Wouldn't it be kinder to spare his father the disappointment? Wouldn't it be better if this were just an unfortunate accident rather than a failure of responsibility? But even as the voice whispered its tempting lies, Daniel heard an echo of his father's teachings. He remembered Jacob's gentle but firm words about truth being like good mortar, growing stronger with time, while lies were cracks that would eventually bring down the whole wall. As the sun began its descent toward the western hills, painting the sky with evening gold, Daniel heard the sound he had been both longing for and dreading, the familiar creak and rumble of his father's wagon returning from town. The sound grew louder, accompanied by the steady clip-clop of horses' hooves. Daniel's heart hammered against his ribs as he watched the road. When the wagon finally appeared rounding the bend with dust swirling behind it, he felt sick with fear. Jacob guided his tired horses into the yard, their heads hanging low after the long journey. The wagon, which had left full of produce, now carried winter supplies. Clearly the trip had been successful. But Jacob's satisfaction vanished the moment his eyes fell upon the empty horse pen. The farmer stood still, his experienced gaze taking in the open gate, the empty enclosure, and his son's pale, frightened face. Years of farming had taught Jacob to read signs as clearly as words in a book, and this story was painfully obvious. The silence stretched between them like a chasm. Daniel felt the crushing weight of the moment. The lie waited on his tongue, polished and ready, offering escape from disappointment and anger. But his father's teachings rose up in his heart like a sunrise, burning away the shadows of deception with the clear light of truth. With a voice that trembled but did not break, Daniel stepped forward. "Father, I have something to tell you. I was careless today. I forgot to latch Starfire's gate properly and she escaped. I have searched everywhere but I cannot find her. I am sorry." The silence that followed seemed to last forever, filled with the weight of confession and the power of truth spoken at great personal cost. Jacob looked at his son for a long moment, his weathered face unreadable. Daniel braced himself for anger and disappointment. But when Jacob finally spoke, his voice was quiet and measured. "Daniel," he said, placing his hand on the boy's shoulder, "the horse can be found. The gate can be mended. But the choice you just made, the choice to tell the truth when a lie would have been easier, that shows me something more valuable than any horse could ever be." Together, father and son set out to search for Starfire as the sun painted the sky with brilliant colors. They carried lanterns and called into the gathering dusk, fireflies beginning to blink like tiny stars in the grass, as if the earth itself were lighting their way. They found Starfire at last by the stream, grazing peacefully in a meadow where the grass grew thick and sweet. The horse looked up at their approach with liquid eyes that seemed almost apologetic and followed them home without resistance. That night, under a canopy of stars and the steady song of crickets, Jacob spoke quietly to his son about the day's events. "What happened today was unfortunate, Daniel, but what you chose to do about it was noble. You could have hidden behind a lie, but you chose to face the truth. That takes courage that many grown men never find." Years passed and Daniel grew into a man whose word was as reliable as his father's had been. The story of the day he chose truth over falsehood became legend in their county, passed down as an example of character that builds strong communities. And it was said that Daniel's greatest wealth was never counted in acres or animals, but in the trust he carried within him, trust that had been forged in a moment of choice between easy lies and difficult truth, and tempered in the fires of honesty into something stronger than gold. Moral of the story: even when the truth is hard to tell, honesty strengthens trust, and trust is the foundation upon which all good relationships are built.